Hello and welcome to the Peroxcyde guide for Xhul'Horac on Mythic difficulty. For this encounter you want to bring 2 tanks, 3 to 4 healers and the rest DPS. There are a few things that change from normal or heroic to Mythic difficulty. On Mythic difficulty, Vanguard Archelion spawns at the start and Omnus spawns at 85%, and that's when Xhul goes into his second phase. So if you're a tank, you have to make sure that one tank takes Vanguard Archelion and Xhul'Horac's Fell form, and the other tank takes Omnus and Xhul'Horac's Void form. In case you mess up, you're going to cause Shadowfell Annihilation, and also if you die, you'll probably end up wiping, unless you get rezzed up ASAP and you're a Death Knight and you have 2 taunts, or another trick you can do is, as a warrior, you can vigilance someone and your taunt won't have any cooldown, so you can sort of save the situation. Another thing, druids can also use Incarnation to reduce their taunt, but then again nobody plays that talent, so just forget about it. I have to say that for this fight I highly recommend that you have 3 Death Knights, so you can Gorfin's Grasp rotation to grip the wild Pyromaniacs or the so-called imps. On top of that, it's great to combine those grips with abilities like Solar Beam, so that would also make 3 Bunkins very useful to sort of lock them down and kill them. Stampeding Roar is also useful, so when you get Void or Fell touched, you get out faster to carry the fire out of the raid. In case you're tanking Omnus or Xhul'Horac's Void form, and if you get hit by Fell Orb, you're going to cause Shadowfell Annihilation, so that's bad. The same thing is going to happen if you're Void touched and you get hit by the orb as a DPS or healer, whatever. In case you're tanking Vanguard or Xhul'Horac's Fell form, if you get hit by Volatile, Void Step, you're going to cause the Annihilation again. Same scenario, same as the above. If you are Fell touched and you get hit by Volatile Void Step as a Deeps or a healer, you're gonna cause Explosion. I will add that if you're tanking Vanguard Archelion, one thing you should watch out is for his ability called Fellblaze Flurry. That's when you should use your personal or external cooldowns, or else you will die. Vanguard will also perform the Chains of Fell. Players need to break these as soon as they can, unless if they're empowered, but I'll get to that in a moment. Throughout the fight, Omnus will create black holes. These black holes need to be soaked. Probably the best class for this is Rogue with their Cloak of Shadows or Cheat Death. So it's great to have few rogues so they can deal with black holes. There's other ways around it, for example Death Knight with Anti-Magic Shell. Keep in mind that you should glyph the AMS with Absorb Magic, or another class, for example Mage with Invisibility, or Warlocks with Dark Bargain, but that's about it. Keep in mind that you will have to have a Discipline Priest shielding them before they will soak the black hole in order to survive. After Vanguard, Archelion or Omnus die, Xhul'Horac will absorb their abilities and make them empowered. After Vanguard dies, he gains the ability Empowered Chains of Fell. It's sort of the same chains, but the difference is when you break the chain, it causes Fell Snapback, which inflicts high fire damage. You have to picture these chains as a triangle. The first player that's going to run out is going to break 2 chains, so that's why he's gonna cause 2 Fell Snapbacks. So you gotta make sure that you use a personal cooldown on top of being shielded, and also have an external cooldown running on you if necessary. But a great way of dealing with this is to have a hunter do it with the Terrans, and they just disengage away from the other 2 players, and that way you avoid a lot of damage. That's enough about Empowered Chains of Fell. Let's move on to the next empowered ability. After Omnus dies, Xhul'Horac will gain Empowered Black Hole. So the main thing you need to watch out when you are soaking these black holes is that you don't run into them if you are affected by the Fell Flame, also known as the Green Flame. Also, on top of that, you have to have a rotation now for players, because Singularity is empowered, which makes you take 1000% more damage. It takes 4 players for the rotation because of Singularity debuff, which lasts 3 minutes. We know rogues can handle them pretty well. You can also have a backup tank to soak them in case player next in line is affected by Fell Flame. So what you do is you're gonna soak it with a Death Knight with anti-magic shell, or another example, you go soak it as a Brewmaster with Zen meditation or diffuse magic. So there's a lot of ways around it. When boss reaches 20%, that's when you want to use all cooldowns, potions, bloodlust, and start nuking the boss as much as you can. Also, don't be afraid to use cooldowns few percent before that, just to clean up the ads. Keep in mind the ads will not spawn past 20%, so that's the main reason why you shouldn't feel bad for using them before 20%. So you just use those cooldowns to clean up the ads and make the raid stable. This was my guide for Xhul'Horac on Mythic difficulty. I hope you liked the video. If you did, let me know down in the comment section below. Subscribe. If you want to check any of the other guides, just click the annotations. I stream on Twitch, so feel free to follow me and watch me in action. If you check the description, I also have some weak auras, so you can copy them if you want. It might help you on the fight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.